Hey everybody, I'm back. I wanted to do another video about exercising and maximizing efficiency of exercising through interval training. So I'm going to post a slide that kind of backs up what I'm saying, and again, happy to answer any questions to it. I should also say I'm not a personal trainer. So everything I've learned through fellow coaches that I work with that are personal trainers. So I try to speak everything absolutely eloquently, but that's always why I write notes, because I don't want to speak out of turn. And sometimes I'm speaking so fast that I'm scared that I will say the exact wrong phrase. Okay, but happy to answer any questions. So I want to talk today about how to maximize your fat burn, because really that's the goal of Fat Shredder. And even whatever you get out of these 2 weeks of Fat Shredder, keep in mind this is all about what you do going forward. Okay, if you come off these 21 days and go right back to where you were, it's all going to happen again. But you are now building a new pattern. So this jump start, whether it's for short-term success or for long-term, should be something you try to hold on to. So when exercising, you don't want to always, go at the same pace. Now, if you're just, if you're going for long runs and stuff like that, that's great. But if you're somebody who is looking to like kick up their workout and really looking to burn fat, you're going to need to kind of change it up a little bit. So basically, when you're at the gym, if you look at the elliptical trainer, if you look at the treadmill, all the settings for fat burning tend to be on lower settings. They keep your heart rate lower, okay? So while it's true that lower intensity, you're going to burn a higher percentage of fat calories, you have to remember the order of which you as your body burn fuel and what the overall impact of that is in your overall workout, okay? So using an example, if you did 40 minutes, so I'm really talking to the people that want to do cardio and strength training in the same workout, okay, the same hour or whatever at the gym. So if you did 40 minutes on a treadmill, and the pace, all things being equal, your body, your health, and all of that is true, that 75% of your calories would be coming from fat at this lower intensity, okay? In 40 minutes, you would burn about 200 to 250 calories, right? So if 150 calories of that came from fat, that's good news, right? So, and you've got cardio benefits, and that's all good. So what would happen if you shorten that exercise from 40 minutes to 20 minutes and you did interval training? So I'm going to post a great cardio routine, but 4 rounds of intensity on a scale of how hard you're working will have a different kind of impact. So in a 20-minute workout, you could burn up to 400 calories, okay? And all things being equal, if only 50% of it came from fat, you're going to have a bigger fat burn of 200 calories and do it in half the time. Okay. Now, many of us, like I said, like to do weights and cardio on the same day. So most people tend to do cardio first. And while you should warm up first, so there's no question, 5 minutes of moving are going to get, the blood moving to your muscles. But most people do cardio for like 30 minutes and then they do strength training. Okay. So I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't do that. So if you do a warm up and then you do strength training, and then you're going to want to do cardio after. And here's why. Okay. When you're exercising, you burn sugars that are roaming in your body first. Okay, so I like to think of it as the sugars burning in your body is like your checking account. The next level is the sugars that are in what we call your glycogen stores, and that's where all the sugar that's being burned, it's like kind of the next place it goes for storage. That would be like your savings account. And then your fat stores would be like your long-term savings account, okay? So when you're exercising, your body's gonna burn the stuff that's roaming first. When that's depleted, it's gonna go pull the sugar out of your glycogen stores, and when that's depleted, it's going to go into your fat stores, okay? And that's what we want to happen, okay? So if you've eaten throughout the day, you've got sugar that's basically readily available for energy. Once that's depleted, as I said, your body will then burn down the glycogen that's stored in your liver. Your body converts that glycogen, which is basically just stored sugar, back to glucose to give your body another bit of energy. So the glycogen is stored, it gets converted to glucose. Now you've got more glucose roaming around for your body to use. Then you deplete that. And like I said, after that, it's going to go burn fat. If you go on a treadmill first for 30 minutes, it's going to take you about 29 minutes to burn off the sugars and deplete the glycogen stores, depending on the sugars that are, how much you've had roaming. So if you're someone who's eating a lot of crap, you're going to have a lot more sugar roaming, let's say, and stored in glycogen and stored in fat stores. And also depends on how hard you work. But when you then go hit the weights, you're never going to burn fat when weight training is anaerobic, okay? So, you need the cardio to burn the fat. You're going to get 1 minute of fat burn, and then you're going to hit the weights, okay? So your body has no sugars to use for the weight workout. It's just going to basically break down muscle while it's looking for fuel, okay? you're not going to get the fat burn that you want. So you're going to build muscle, which in turn burns fat. So it's not that that's not good, but it's not nearly as efficient. So now look at if you did it the other way around, okay? If you warmed up first and then you did your weights first, you're going to burn off sugars and break down glycogen and deplete your stores. And then when you hop on the treadmill for that same 30 minutes, the only fuel you have left to burn is fat. So again, let me just try and repeat it. If you get on the treadmill first for 29 minutes, it's going to burn off your ready energy. It's going to go pull the energy out of your glycogen stores in those first sort of 29 minutes. Then you go to strength train and there's 1 minute left of it pulling that stuff, but strength training is anaerobic. It's never going to pull the fat from your fat stores. If you reverse it, strength training will pull from your ready energy, your glucose, and then when you get on the cardio machine and you're boosting your cardio, it's going to pull from your fat stores. Does that make sense? So 5 minutes of workout, strength training, cardio. If that's not something you've been doing, try it. See what happens. Take care.